right, welcome. Today we are going to talk about gravel tires, two of my favorite, the Maxxis Rambler that's been my go-to for tons and tons of events and rides, and the brand new Maxis Reaver that I've just tested out this last weekend and I'm really loving it. So I want to break down and tell you the difference between these two classic gravel tires. So the Rambler has been around for a while, and it's an amazing tire. I've ridden Unbound on it, I've ridden RPI on it, I've done a bunch of adventure riding on this. It's a lightweight, durable, kind of do anything tire, also really fast rolling. It's really an adventure tire. And if you think of the name Rambler, it's like for people who are going exploring, they're going rambling, they're pushing their gravel bike to places maybe they haven't been before. The Rambler comes in a really wide range from 38C all the way up to 50C, really wide. You've got your choice of these cool sidewalls, either black or the tan sidewalls. They also come in, the Rambler also come in 650B or 700 sizes. So a lot of choices with the Rambler. The tread is really amazing. You know, it kind of just doesn't seem like much, but it's got this wide spacing on the center tread, and what that allows for is really great traction on some loose gravel. It's got the higher sidewalls that are going to allow you some cornering if you're pushing onto even some single track trail and kind of a little bit more technical terrain. This is a really fast rolling, really amazing all around awesome gravel tire, especially if you're a little more adventurous, you're pushing a little outside your comfort zone or a little bit more on the path less traveled. The Maxxis Rambler's amazing. I've ridden this for years since it came out. I love it. It's a great tire, and you've got a lot of choice in the size and the way that you want to set up your bike. Now, for the new Reaver, which is really cool, this tire just came out. I just tried it this weekend. This comes in only 700C size tires, and it comes in 40 or 45C width. So a little less selection in size than the Rambler, but a really cool tire. It also comes with the tan sidewall or the black sidewall. Gracie.
Great dog. Great.
The Reaver, so to reave is to steal. It's a robber. It's like if you want to seize the day, you want to like steal the race. If your priority is really the fastest tire you can have on gravel, you're going for that race win, or an event like I just did that has like 30% pavement, 70% gravel, kind of a mixed ride. The Reaver's a really great tire for that. And the reason why it's got, you can see in comparison, way smoother center knob, so it doesn't have the traction that you're going to have on the Rambler on, you know, a lot more rough stuff. It does still though have these nice high side treads here that are going to give you the cornering and control, but it's not going to have as much control as the Rambler would have. So this is the tire, the Reaver, if you, like I said, you want to seize, you want to steal, you're the robber, you want to take the win, the Reaver is your tire. I rode it this last weekend at an event in Idaho that was a mixed course with some kind of real chunky gravel, a lot of really smooth dirt roads, and then some pavement. And this tire was awesome because I didn't feel like I was losing anything on the pavement sections. I was down, you know, aero position and really getting some good speed. So I really like both of these tires, and you know, you're going to choose them for different things. If you're going adventuring, you want a much beefier tread, a wider width on the tire, you're going to go with the Rambler. More adventure riding, because that's what the name Rambler means. You're going adventuring. If you're really going for top speed and racing, you're going to choose the Reaver. They both, we'll talk a little bit about the technology. So some of the things that gets confusing in tires is TPI. So you'll see 120 or 60 TPI, and that means threads per inch. And really it just means, you know, in the Rambler, you get the choice of 60 TPI or 120 TPI, and it's basically how durable the tire is. In the Reaver, you got the choice of 120 only. So another thing you're looking for in some of the technology, you can choose the sidewall strength and thickness, and you have the choice of EXO or Silk Shield. If you're choosing the Rambler, EXO is lighter, Silk Shield is thicker. So it depends on your ride. It depends on what you're doing, on the choice that you make for that. If durability is of the utmost importance, you're going to choose Silk Shield. If you're going for lighter weight but still quite durable, you're going to choose EXO. In the Reaver, again, this is a lightweight, fast tire, so you only get the choice of the EXO sidewall, which is still really durable, but weight is, you know, they're trying to go with the lightest weight for that one. When would I use each of these tires? So, you know, again, the name kind of says it all. Rambler is going to be for a chunkier ride or more exploratory ride, or a course that maybe like Idaho, Rebecca's Private Idaho is a perfect example where the gravel here is not smooth, and you might want a tire that is a bit beefier, a bit more control. You choose the Reaver if it's a smoother course, or you have really great bike handling skills, you're going for the win, or it's a mixed course that has some pavement and some other kind of stuff. You know, tire choice is actually really fun. It's something that people get intimidated about with gravel, is like what tire to choose. So I really hope, you know, and it changes your ride character on what tire you choose. So I will swap back and forth between these two now. I'm really happy the Reaver came out because I really like having that choice for a racier mixed tire. So you're always making a choice on tires between weight and durability. And so I just want to give you a little bit of a breakdown between the Reaver and the Rambler. Both really lightweight, really durable tires, really awesome tires. But if weight is your absolute premium, the Reaver is going to be a lighter tire. So that's where you've got to make that choice yourself, depending on if your utmost importance is weight and racing, and like I said, going for stealing that win. The Reaver is going to be lighter. The Maxis Rambler is going to be slightly heavier, but also you've got some durability choices. You've got some width choices. You've got a different tread pattern depending on the type of riding you're going to do. Okay, so now you know how to pick the tread for what type of riding that you're doing. The other thing that you want to consider, super important in gravel riding, is your tire pressure. So many people run too high of tire pressure, and what that does is, one, it doesn't allow the tire to do its job and to really like grab into the terrain and help you maneuver, and it also makes your ride really stiff and really hard. And so it's a common mistake to run higher pressure, too high of pressure in your gravel tires. They're really more of a mountain bike pressure than a road pressure. So if you're coming from road riding, it's always real weird to come way down. If you're coming from mountain biking, this is a bit more familiar. So the easiest way to figure out your tire pressure is NV Composites has a really awesome graph on their website. No matter what wheels you're using, what tires you're using, it's a really great graph that will take into account for road, mountain, and gravel your rim width, your tire width, your body weight, and it takes into account all those things and gives you a starting PSI to start with for your tire pressure. So that's one thing. You can have the best tires in the world, best bike in the world, be the fittest rider in the world, but if you're running too high of pressure, you actually aren't going to have a good ride and get the most out of your tires or your own performance. So those are my tips for tires. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the review of the Maxxis Rambler, the Maxis Reaver, two amazing gravel tires, and how to choose the right tire for you in the right condition. If you enjoyed this, give us a little thumbs up, say hello, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you at Rebecca's Private Idaho, and you can test out your gravel tire choices with me in person. See ya. Okay, so the Reaver, let's just kind of give you a side-by-side comparison of, whoops, let's try that again. Why didn't you guys bring a bike rack?